I have a credit score of 750 as someone who's only had a credit card for 6 months. And this is how I did it. And then for some proof, right there, boom, 750 gang. I am lying about the months though. It's about 7 months. But like 6 months just sounds like a better number than seven. Anyways, guys, I fixed my hair a little bit. Anyway, let me open up my notebook to teach y'all how I did it in 6 months. Well, seven, but y'all believe me. LARPer. Anyways, how I was able to reach this goal was, for one, get a credit card. Now, for me, I went to my local bank, Chase, and got a Chase Freedom Unlimited as my first card. Honestly, any card is fine, but I'm not getting paid to say this, but the Chase Freedom Unlimited is probably one of the best starter cards ever. As long as you have a relationship with banking with Chase, you will automatically get approved for this card. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but if you're interested in getting this card, I have a link in my bio. And then the second I got the card, I treated my credit card like a debit card. Now, what does that mean? That means when I spent any money on my credit card, I would immediately go on my checking account and pay it off the day of once it was posted onto my account. Now, what do you benefit from doing this? Well, one, it's impossible to accrue interest from the bank because you never owed the money for more than a month. Secondly, for my next part, which is very important, this prevents you from holding a high balance. Which gets into my third tip, keeping your balance statement low. Having a high credit score is not just paying off the money for your interest, but also having a low balance before the statement closing date. Now, Dylan, what do you mean by this?
To keep it simple, imagine we have $900 that we owe on our credit card. And let's say our credit limit is $1,000. If you do the math on that, that's a 90% credit utilization. And that is bad. Because if you want to have good credit, you need to have a utilization of 30 or under. Now, people confuse this a lot, thinking they can only spend 30% of their credit limit, of saying that they can only spend $300 for the month. But that is not how it works. And you're preventing yourself from gaining credit because you're not using your card that often. Now, let's imagine a timeline. Let's say you spent $900 out of the $1,000 you have on your credit limit. Let's say the due date is at the end of the month, the 31st. Even if you were to pay this $900 before on the day of this due date, your credit score will still drop because on May 15th, for this example, is the statement closing date. So even though you can pay off this $900 instantly on the end of the month, on May 15th, when this credit statement gets sent, the credit bureaus are going to see that you have a 90% credit utilization. And when I tell you that drops your credit score like crazy, it does, because this happened to me and I lost almost 50 points because of this. Now that you know this, please pay your card before the statement closing date. And then my fourth tip would be to increase your credit card limit. Every time you get a raise at work, get a new job, or just spend more money, let your bank know, and they will, most of the time, increase your limit. In this example over here, I have a $100 credit limit, and I use $100, that's 100% credit utilization. But that same $100 on a $1,000 credit limit is only 10% credit utilization. It's a great buffer zone. This prevents you from going over 30% and keeping your credit score minty fresh. And my last tip, don't open multiple credit cards or loans at the same time, because credit history is one of the biggest factors to your credit score, and opening new cards and new loans lowers your average credit history. My tip would be to not open a new loan or card until every 6 months to a year, which for me, I'm about to do. If you found this video helpful, leave a like, follow, and if you want to use the same service I use to track my credit score, type credit score in the comments.